excited to have you here as you're watching this, probably as replay, but whenever you watch it, like I'm super excited to have you on another Celebrate Possibility monthly power call, which I do to inspire, empower you, and to help you celebrate your successes of the month. So this is out for all you solopreneur freelancer sisters in the world, wherever you are, to help you take a moment and to reflect on how things went for you, but then also take a moment to actually celebrate on what you did, because a lot of times I find like we don't take the time to do that, and we just hustle and think always we need to go forward. So yeah, this is the moment to empower you and also celebrate. And I have a super special guest with us today, Michelle L. Evans. She's like amazing. Hi, Michelle. She is amazing marketing entrepreneur coach, and super savvy about marketing, but also about empowering entrepreneurs to move forward. Michelle, do you want to briefly say, like, what do you do? Say a little bit of your background, and then the video will also switch to you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So a little bit about my background. So I worked for over 16 years in corporate America, leading corporate strategy and for marketing. And so I left my job at Microsoft in 2012. So a little over 4 years ago. And when I was there, I was leading huge, like 50, 60, sometimes 70 country and region launches for marketing strategy, but I wasn't getting a lot of excitement out of my work. I really wanted to take all the skill set that I had and help people who were actively going after their dreams. So that's part of the reason why I left my job, is that I was like, I can go work with people that I actually really like and that we're making big differences in their lives. Like if I help Microsoft make another million or billion, it doesn't really change anybody's life. But if I help you make an extra $10,000 a month, that's like a life-changing thing, right?
Yes.
and so that's really what I'm dedicated to now, is helping small business owners, solopreneurs, experts, coaches, consultants, creatives, people like that, figure out the right way to get their business out there and to get clients coming to them.
Oh my gosh. And I have to say, you guys, I know you're watching this, like I love Michelle because she's helped me so much before. Like I can't even describe, like she's really, really cool. And I've seen her like help my Brand Academy students. We had a super cool power session where she was there for them, like coaching them, and they could ask her anything. And I was watching live as they were pretty much, first they were kind of down. I'm like, yeah, I don't know how to move forward. I'm feeling kind of stuck. And I was watching as Michelle like asked them some really cool questions and stuff. She got them out of their shell, and within like 10 minutes or so, they were suddenly like, oh, I know what to do. Oh my gosh. And so like you have a true skill. I'm so excited to have you here. I'm super buzzed. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks.
So you guys, so the structure of this call, what I'm doing here is like I pretty much put it in 3 parts. So I used to just do a celebration thing, but now I always have a special guest, and this time Michelle, to do a mini training session where something to empower you and to help you move forward. So that's going to be one part. And then one part is a possibility story where I share something from my end, from my solopreneur experience. It's like over 10 years, and like my background is in branding and design, and bootstrap solopreneurship, you know, so I'm going to always share something from that experience, how I overcame some kind of a challenge, and how anything is possible to help you guys like think big and like really believe in yourself and shoot for the stars. So that's the second one, the possibility story. And then the last one is literally like a moment to celebrate. And this time I only have coffee here because it's early in the morning, but I have a cool cup for you. But sometimes, like if you have champagne or wine or whatever you have right now, get something ready to celebrate a moment, your own successes as well. So I'm going to switch it up just a little bit this time because I think it may be a better fit from what we talked earlier, Michelle. So I'm going to share a quick story first, and then I give the word to you. So possibility story, right? So usually what I try to do is like tell kind of a bigger story to really show you like, oh my gosh, you can shoot for the stars and something really big can happen in your business. Like like I had like my jewelry ran on runways in LA and stuff like that. So amazing things are possible. But today I'm actually going to talk about a different kind of possibility. To help you realize that things sometimes are around you or within you, and that sometimes it's good to slow down a little bit and to just kind of be aware of what's happening, because I believe that it's not all about hustle and just go, but like we also need to find a balance and like to be happy with where we are and to realize the good stuff that we have and all that stuff. So I'm going to share a short story that kind of gave me a small epiphany yesterday, which to me is my possibility of this month. So what happened is basically, so I'm this solopreneur, right? And I'm always like trying to be efficient and energized and moving forward. And I'm super excited about what I do, which is empowering women business owners worldwide. So I was on a roll this week, especially because I'm about to open my program again and all that stuff. So what happened is I was about to do a meeting with a friend, an entrepreneur colleague, next week, and I just sent her my calendar scheduling link, right? And I wasn't thinking much of it because it's just, it's a practicality thing. My calendar is pretty full, and it was just like she could just like book the calendar, and like she would land in it, and I wouldn't have to look at it. It would just be in my Google Calendar, period, right? So, but I was not really thinking of how that may make her feel. And what happened is like, she was cool with it, but she kind of sent me a short note. It's like, do you think we can just do this like friends next time? And just kind of, just make it more informal. And I kind of saw both sides afterward. I'm like, wait a minute, what did I do? And like, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to be efficient. So it's a good thing. But at the same time, it kind of made me think a little bit. So maybe I need to slow down a little bit, and maybe I need to just also be aware of how I make people feel. So my inspiration to you all is to just kind of like take this end of the month moment, like now, to kind of reflect a little bit where you are with your entrepreneurship venture, freelancer thing. Like, it's not all about like big hustle, but also like, are you happy? Like, are you allowing enough space in your calendar for friends? And are you still like having a good connection? Are you enjoying your quality time and stuff like that? Because I realize a lot of times I just work so much that I have a hard time slowing down, and also I have a hard time sometimes kind of letting things go and allowing for possibility to happen. So just go. Michelle, what is your thought about that? Like, you had some really cool thought about that too.
Yeah. So, okay. So let me take a step back. So I have a feeling that I cannot run my day or my business worrying about how everybody else feels.
Mm-hmm.
If I won't be able to do my job. Like, when a client hires me and pays me to be their coach, they're not paying me to stroke their ego and make them feel really good, right? Mm-hmm. They're paying me to help them get results. And sometimes that means saying, Astrid, you told me that you would do this. What happened? Mm-hmm. Do you really want this result? That's not going to make them feel good. Right. And also, just on a practicality front, I run a business, and that means that if you want time on my calendar during the day, we need to go through the way that I get you on my calendar, and that's using my scheduling link. So, right. So I wouldn't worry about that too much, but I do want to back it up a little bit to something else that you said.
Yes.
So I actually had an idea last night about doing a live broadcast, so we'll just talk about it now. Of basically earning your way to success.
Okay.
And a lot of people think that you need to suffer, punish yourself, give up everything that's important. Like, it can't be fun. It has to be work. It kind of depends on where you grew up and and the influences that you had, but there's a lot of people that feel like they have to punish their way to success, punish themselves all the way to success in order to deserve it. So I had a client yesterday, we were having a call, and she recently had a huge sale close. And she put all the money in her bank, and her broker said, you need to take at least a tiny piece of this, like $1,000, and go buy yourself a purse or something, a reward. She took $600 and she put $100 in her wallet and didn't spend it. And she gave $500 to the person who referred it to her. And I was really curious. I said, well, you did the work. So why are you feeling like you don't deserve a reward? And it really, I won't divulge what she was talking about, but I would ask that of everybody. Like, Astrid, if you know, let's say that in your brand academy, when it launches, let's say that you make your goal and you get your income goal of, you know, whatever that is. Let's just choose a round number, like $10,000. Let's say that you get a $10,000, and her windfall was way more than that, by the way. But let's say that you got $10,000. Would you take $1,000 and just go do it on something that seems crazy but gives you incredible joy? Or would you hold on to it because you're not sure when the next 10,000 will come?
Right.
And you don't have to answer that to me, but I would love for everybody who's listening to this to think about that, because if you're holding on to it like this, what you're really doing is resisting any more coming your way.
I heard of it.
So afraid that it won't come. And instead, what you really need to do is pay attention to your feelings. So, you know, in this launch of Brand Academy, for example, if you want to talk about this, I'd love to talk about it. But, you know, the first time you were trying to go about launching it in like the traditional way, of the way that everybody else does it.
The big email.
The proven way, right?
Yes. And
it wasn't working because it's not in line with who you are. And so this time, you know, you've learned some lessons and you're doing it your own way. And what I'd say is, where's the joy in it? Like, what's really getting you excited? Is it reaching out to people? Is it connecting with people? Is it having people say yes? What's the motivation behind it? Are you trying to solve a problem? Are you just desperately hoping for money? But like, these are not things that we talked about, but
that's
for a business person, you really have to get to the crux of what you're doing, because if you're desperate for money, and then if you're holding on to it like this, I don't care what proven system, what coach you hire, you're not going to get it, because you're basically keeping it away from you. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. And I've read similar thoughts about this, like in this book by Denise Duffield Thomas. She was talking about that as well, like Get Rich Lucky Bitch. It's like, I think James Wetmore talked about it in this podcast as well, that he kind of like trying to play with the idea of letting money flow and like giving a little bit away to just kind of feel that it sounds a little esoteric, but to kind of open your mind to like allowing to live and already act as if you are an affluent person, even though maybe you're not, but like you can make the choice to already do it today on a smaller scale and kind of be generous and treat yourself and accept. I know what you mean. Yes, I've heard that before. It's very cool.
Yeah, and I'm not saying don't give money away or don't do any of that stuff, but what I am saying is pay attention to what gives you joy. Getting the money in makes you feel kind of panicky or tight, or like, oh, I have to hold on to this. That's not giving you joy, and it's really going to block more coming your way. And on the other hand, if every time you get money in, you're just buying and basically back to zero in no time at all, that's probably not giving you joy either. And that's not sustainable. So it's really, letting money flow is kind of a woo-woo way of talking about it. It's hard for people sometimes to get into it. But for me, it's like, are you feeling good? Like, if $100 in your wallet that you know is there and you can spend on absolutely anything you want, if that makes you feel good, awesome. Do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Such an interesting conversation. Wow. That's very cool.
Well, and Astrid, because you said, do I have 3 power teaching points and that kind of stuff? And I actually, one of them is this. It doesn't matter what marketing you do. If you're coming at it from a tight, scared, basically keeping clients and money and prosperity away place, it really doesn't matter. And on the flip side, if you come at it from a place of joy and excitement and loving what you do and truly trying to solve a problem or connect with people or whatever your business is about, it almost doesn't matter how bad you do marketing. Because things like opportunities will come to you. It's really, and I've seen it over and over. And like you, I try to, especially when I was early days trying to figure out my business, I would try to force things to happen. I was like, I have the perfect plan. I have it all laid out. I know all the bazillion emails I'm going to send. I know my content calendar for the whole year. Like, I've got it figured out. And it never worked.
Oh my God. That's exactly what I was trying to say was my example story, to kind of listen, slow down and let things go a little bit so they can happen and stop being such a control freak. That's what my friend yesterday was kind of giving me the inspiration to talk a little bit more about that. So how did you change it? How did you go from being a super control person to kind of letting it go without feeling that you're not doing your work? I think that's that's a big struggle sometimes, right? Because we're trying to hustle. We feel like we have to do that. So how did you slow down? How did that work for you?
Yeah.
Slow down, quote unquote.
Well, I won't say that I'm successful 100% of the time.
No, but we're human. Okay.
And, I had 16 years of working in really huge corporations where I had to have really buttoned up plans that I'd have to get approval for. And I was in charge of multi-million-dollar budgets. So they don't and say feel good about spending this. You have to have a plan. So I had a lot of programming to undo, right?
Yes.
But now what I do is I get focused on what's the one big goal. So for example, if because I'm working on a course, that. So when I figure out what that course is all about, I'll know what the one big thing I'm solving. What's that problem that I'm solving with the course? And that is front and center. And so all my email, all my social media, anything I do will be around that problem and solving that problem. And I don't have to have it all figured out before I start. And the more organic I can be, where I put something out and I see what kind of questions or reactions or engagement I get back, then I'm able to adjust in the moment. And then I'm not so rigidly focused on the one plan that I created. I'm taking focused steps towards what I want to create. Does that make sense?
Oh, it makes total sense. And I love that keyword when you said organic. That is, I think that kind of really references also what I was saying and what my friend was saying yesterday. Just kind of just listen to your instinct a little bit and let things a little develop as they go. And that allows for more possibility. And you can adapt, as you're saying. I think that makes total sense. And that is, I think that's kind of a skill that we have to get into, to let go of fears a little bit, instead of oh my gosh, I need to make this happen soon. Instead of doing that, just no, it's okay, it'll be fine. I'm focused on my passion and I'm doing what I love and it'll be fine, and just kind of go, but also let things evolve a little bit. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah. And so to the specifics of how I make it happen, I block off chunks of time. So I have creative time that's blocked off. I have client outreach time that's blocked off. And that's what I do during that time. Now, I don't know next Wednesday what I'm going to be doing during my creative time. Michelle. Oh,
are you still there, Michelle?
Yeah.
Okay, somebody had their, let me see. I'm going to mute the participants. Hang on 1 second. Sorry about that. Oh, that's weird. There's nobody with the audio. It's just us that are on audio. So weird. Okay. Let's just continue and hope that we won't hear that man talk again. Sorry, you were saying, okay, specifically how you make it happen.
Yeah. So at the beginning of each week, or actually I do this in 2-week chunks. That is so funny. Marlon, I think that's you.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
We can.
You can't see me, right? I hope.
No, we
Oh,
can't
we
see
can
you.
see you. Oh, hang on. I'm gonna mute you, Melon. Is that okay? So we could, because you have a lot of background on your end. Is that okay?
Yeah,
She says no.
She said no. Well, if you can just be quiet so we can really hear Michelle.
no, you can just mute me. I won't.
Okay, good. I got you. Okay, I'll open it up in a minute again. Okay.
Okay.
Welcome. Okay, here we go.
She's joining from Sweden.
Well, that's so cool. That's so exciting. Awesome. So, okay. So Michelle, so how do you do it? Like you put it in your calendar and then.
So let me back up. So every other Friday, I spend half the day reviewing what I did the previous 2 weeks.
Cool.
And then refocusing on what's my goal for the next 2 weeks. How can I move my business forward? So if I am in a client attraction phase, what can I do to have more potential client conversations? Like that'll be my focus.
Yes.
If I'm in a creative stage like I am right now, where I'm trying to create a program, I can say, what do I need to do to move my program forward or my goal? So I get really focused on what's that big goal that I'm working on.
Yeah.
Because I don't have unlimited time. I have a lot of clients. So a lot of my time is spent on client calls or reviewing stuff with them, like marketing stuff or whatever. And so I have to be really clear, what's that one big goal? So I do that every other Friday. I spend half a day just saying, where was I? How far did I get? Where am I going?
Yeah.
And then each day I have a chunk of time blocked off for whatever that goal is. And I just call it creative time. It might be client outreach time. Like it might be a whole bunch of other things, but I call it creative time. And that is typically the first thing that I do at least 3 mornings a week.
I do that too, like that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. And why I do that is that I'm at my creative best first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
I can get in and focus. I do not open my email. I don't really go on Facebook. If I need to post something, I'm going to do it from my phone where I'm not looking.
Smart. Yes.
feed.
Yeah.
And I just post it and then I'm out.
Yeah.
And then I focus on what I'm going to do and I set a timer.
Oh, nice.
And I've reset my office up. So I have my sitting desk where I'm at now. I have a collaboration table over here and I have a standing desk behind me.
Yeah.
So I can move around, or if I really need like more inspiration, I can go to a cafe or something.
Yes.
But I know exactly in that day, I know what I'm going to do. So tomorrow is the day where I'm going to go and do my reviewing the previous 2 weeks. I'm doing next 2 weeks. And it just really helps keep me focused on moving forward. So I have a plan. I know what I want to do. Yeah. But I'm not rigid in that plan.
Yeah.
I adjust as time goes on. And for the last 2 weeks, I've done a lot of exploration calls with people. So I didn't even know what would come up as I was having all these calls with total strangers about what they needed marketing wise. And now I get to go back and reflect on everything that all the input I got and then where I want to take it next. So that's how I do it. So I stay really focused on what is my goal and why am I doing this? Yeah. And then just what are those inspired steps I can take to keep moving it forward? But it takes confidence. It takes learning a skill set. Like I need to know how to create a course, or I need to know how to do marketing or client outreach. So you have to give yourself some grace to learn the skills and to put these into practice, but that's what I do.
Yes. Yes, and that sounds really cool what you're doing, and I guess I'm doing it in a similar way. And the Celebrate Possibility call right now is kind of an inspiration to do the same thing, to take the end of the month, is when I do it, to kind of reflect on the month, like see what worked, what goals did you reach, and then also celebrate. That's like my additional part of it. But yeah, the review time seems like really important, and then like setting a goal for next month and then staying zoomed in on that. It was so exciting to hear how you do that. Like one secret question, like for you, like what's a secret tip for you to to actually stay that focus? Like, because I know it's a challenge for many people to how did you get into the habit of like actually not getting distracted? Like what's your secret sauce? Do you have one?
Yeah, I do actually. So, so the first thing is I stopped listening to a lot of people around me.
Oh, cool.
So,
I like that. Listen to your instinct.
I used to listen. I used to check in with people a lot and ask for opinions and ask, all sorts of stuff. I don't really do that anymore. I have like 2 really trusted people that I check in with who've already achieved results that I would like to achieve.
Cool.
So I don't listen to lots of people who have lots of opinions, but that aren't really based on anything, right?
Yeah.
I also don't do, I don't do webinars, or I don't do, listening to other people's webinars, and I don't do, anything that's not related to what I'm trying to achieve. So if there's this big launch, let's say for like a Facebook ads course, I'm not even going to pay attention to it. That's not part of what I need right now.
Yeah,
but if something came up, like I just joined Amy Porterfield's Courses That Convert. Yeah. First of all, I love Amy. She's one of my trusted people. In fact, I get to go to the house on August 24th. I'm super excited.
Yay!
But also I want to create a course. And so it was perfect. So I paid attention to that, but everything else going on, I'm just going to let it go.
Yeah.
And if you let too many things in, then that's when the overwhelm starts happening. Yeah. That's what used to happen to me. I'd be like, oh, wow, I need to listen to that. That sounds so cool. I need to listen to that. And just start like zigzagging everywhere. And never actually achieve anything.
Yes, exactly. And I like that you said in there, like the confidence is like a big thing too, but like to get there, to just kind of like trust your instinct a little bit more. And you probably do like mindset work in the morning too, right? Where you kind of like center yourself and listen to like get this calm moment where you can kind of talk a little bit about that. Like, I know you had like superpower tips, and because I have your moment to talk with you, I would love to share them with the world if you don't mind. You mentioned something that you do that helps you every day to stay super focused. Like, did you want to go a little bit more into that?
Sure. Oh, are you talking about my focus wheel?
Yeah, if you want, like whatever you want to share, but whatever really works for you to help you get that zen and be focused.
Yeah, well, okay. So in all transparency, I have 3 children.
Yes.
And it's a crazy morning most mornings. So it's like, get up, get dressed, eat breakfast, get your lunch back, So I would love to say that I start my days by being in a Zen moment. But the truth is that I usually start my days prodding everybody to get out the door. And then I take like 10 or 15 minutes to center myself before I get started.
Okay. If
I jump into my work from that frantic activity, like go, go. Wake up.
Yeah.
Put on your school clothes. Why is breakfast all over your shirt? Whatever. Oh, the joys of being a mom. Yeah. If I try to work from that place, I will work like this. Like nothing good will happen because I will be trying to force it all. So I found a long time ago that I have to take just a few minutes to breathe. And it's really just breathing. I have a vaporizer that I put essential oils in that, fills my office with smells. I have created an office environment. I'm looking around, like I have plants, and it's an office environment that feels really good, and it's my space. Like nobody else comes in here. Nice. But then I do the focus wheel that we were talking about. I should have grabbed this when we were talking, but I mean, it's super, super easy.
I can share it later too. I'll do a blog post and I'll give your download if you want.
Well, I can do that too. Or you can definitely do that. But basically what I do is I just take a blank piece of paper and just put a circle in the middle, and what is it that I'm trying to do today?
Yeah.
Like, what is that thing? Or what is that belief? So, a while back, maybe like 2 years ago, that was, I want 10 clients. Because for some reason, 10 clients just seem like this impossible goal. And I'm way past 10 now.
Yeah.
Like that's not an impossible goal at all. But every day I'd be like, I have 10 amazing clients who I love.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is that in my mind, I'm like, no, you don't. You have 3, right?
Yeah.
So I'm already judging myself. And from that place, I would never get 10 clients because my belief is not aligned with my desire.
Yeah.
And so that's where I use the focus wheel. I know you'll share it, but that's where you start. You start like, what is true for me? Like how I have 3 amazing clients. I know that there's 7 more out there for me. Okay, I can get into that. I do have 3 clients. And you just start building that belief until pretty soon it's like, no, I do have 10 clients. I just need to connect with them. And, you know, I routinely do this for up-leveling my income, for new goals. And it's not easy. And it does take confidence, and it does take stepping back and being calm and like, okay, I can't punish my way to success.
Right.
I have to be clear on what it is that I can do. You know, my outreach, my messages, how I approach my work, like these are all things that I can control. And I have to be clear on what my goal is. So if today I say I want 10 clients and tomorrow I say I want to make $1 million from a course launch, and then the next day it's like, you know, I want to be speaking on a TEDx stage, I'm never going to make, and you laugh, but I swear to you, that's where I was probably 3 years ago.
Yeah, me too. I used to do too many things too, and then like give up too quickly, and then you kind of scatter and you feel terrible because nothing's actually happening. And
and then I would start judging, like, you're a big loser. Job, you're never going to be able to make this work. Totally. And that's why I do this focus wheels, because I have one thing that I'm focused on. That's it. And then I can allow space for everything else. Like I can allow myself 2 months, 3 months to create a course if I want to. Because I know that I have clients. I know that I have plenty of money coming in. I know that I have time. Because one of my big beliefs is there's not enough time. Like that was a huge mindset shift that I had to switch.
Wow.
And so that's part of the reason why I blocked my time off, and I say, I have 2 hours. I have one thing to do in this 2 hours. That feels spacious to me. And like I have space to create. Does that, I don't know if that answers your question, but
it's just so much valuable information. It's like so much inspiration in there. I totally love it. I'm sure everybody who watches it will really benefit as well. And it already makes me feel good just listening to you, because like one big thing that you're saying too is like this whole creating space and like not having enough time, and that's like a mindset thing too. It's like, even, I mean, you're a mom of 3. I think that's an amazing example, like how you make this happen, and you created this space where you feel like you have a lot of time because you said no to a lot of things, and you actually created that time by letting go of some things instead of like wanting to like really like do a million things, which we think we do, but we don't have to do. It's our choice.
No, it's true. And I mean, some of the things I had to say no to were things that I had to be really honest with myself of where I wanted to make the trade-offs. Because when you come at it with frantic energy, where you're trying to like juggle everything all at once, people get that. And it's really hard to get business that way. So I had to give up being a Girl Scout leader. I had to give up weekly volunteering in my kids' classrooms. I had to give up being the only one to take them to do things and share that with my husband. And like I had to give up a lot of things that I really thought that only I should be doing. And by doing that, I made space. So like, I had to give up being the one who made a great dinner every night. I just don't have enough time. But my husband's a great cook. Like, and so it's being really clear on where I was limiting myself too. But it took a lot of mindset work. It took a lot of me saying, why do I feel like I have to be the one to make dinner every night?
Yeah, that's a really good point. Like, especially, I don't know if that's like more of a woman thing or something, but like, I feel like looking around and talking with others, a lot of times we take on so much, and like we grow up like hearing, oh, we have to be nice. You have to spend time with your family. You have to do this, and we want to be perfect. Maybe letting go
you
of
have to
that.
basically you have to make everyone else around you happy at the expense of you, but that doesn't work.
Yeah, and I don't think that's actually a good kind of thought. It's not, nobody actually expects that of us, I think, like, because I want you to be happy. Your family wants you to be happy and all that. So it's really important to that we can like give ourselves the credit to take time for ourselves and take our dreams and our business like seriously, and like, no, this is okay. I'm allowed to do this, and I'm still a good person. So anyway, yeah, that's very interesting.
And it's something actually that I am teaching to my girls. So my oldest is a 14-year-old girl, and you know, girls get tons of input that we need to be nice, make others happy, and all that.
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
yeah.
No, we need to be respectful, but we have to respect ourselves first.
Yes, that's huge. Yes.
Boundaries.
Yes.
And we have limitations. And when you allow somebody else to help you, that's not weakness. That's just saying, there's only so much I can do. I'm not gonna kill myself and run on empty, which I did for a long time.
Yeah.
At the expense of my happiness and everyone else's happiness.
Yes.
So my youngest is about to turn 5. So almost my whole entrepreneurial journey, like he was only 7 months old when I left.
Yeah.
So I'm up multiple times a night with him, you know, and I just couldn't do it all. And it took a lot of humbling for me to say, I can't do it all, because I wanted to. But I'm really, really adamant with my girls about, you can never be enough for anybody else. You have to focus on your happiness first.
Yeah.
And you have to know what you want to create. So I want a happy, joyous family life. I want excitement in our house, not me like, man, why is everybody leaving their socks all over the place? Which is how I was when I was super stressed out.
Oh, wow.
So when I am with my family, I'm 100% with them. I'm not kind of working because I'm still stuck in judging myself that I wasn't good enough there.
Yes. Oh my gosh. You know what? I think this is such a cool conversation that really, it's a little bit different from what I usually do for the Celebrate Possibility call, but I think it's so priceless because it's this introspective thinking of like, what makes us happy? How much do we have to hustle or not? How can we create more space? And like what, that's a possibility, as I mentioned, can be like right in front of us, and we can create it in a small way and like have it here, and then we can also do the big things. But like, that's huge, this life balance. I think that's a super important conversation. I'm so happy that you share your background, especially from your experience as a mom, how you had this transition and made this happen to create this space and balance. It's amazing, super awesome. So with that keyword, I wanted to share a resource with you all, talking about possibility and like to inspire you all. So I know you have something really cool there, Michelle, too, but I wanted to share this magazine that a friend of mine got, like Womankind. It is so inspiring, and that is actually really enhancing this whole conversation that we're talking about like how to create the space and happiness and balance in your life, including the big dreams. And like this actual current issue is all about like simple living and thinking your way to a happier life. There's no advertisements in there, only really cool articles and art. So I highly encourage everybody to check that out. Womankind, it's like super empowering. But you had some cool books there too, Michelle. Like, what did you have, like, since you mentioned them?
Yeah, well, I hadn't planned on talking so much about mindset, but I do believe that the most important thing is knowing what it is that you want to create, and then coming into that. The two things that I had to share are, when I start talking to somebody about potentially becoming a client, I always ask them to do the How to Fascinate test. Have you done it?
No, I have not done it yet. It's on my list. I know I wanted to look it up. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow because it's the end of the month. I should do that. It's on your website, right?
No, it's just howtofascinate.com.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool. I have to put that in the notes. Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
And I don't get any money for sending people there. I love this test because it helps you see what makes you fascinating to others. Because a lot of times when I talk to people about their marketing, they usually come to me and they have clients and it's going well. It's just that getting clients or getting to that next place seems really hard. It's like, like walking through mud with weights on their feet. And it's just like, I don't want to do it. I talked to somebody yesterday and she's like, I hate Facebook and Twitter. I hate them. I never want to be on them. And that's where everybody says I have to be. And we stepped back and we took a look at her How to Fascinate profile, which this book, so I have this book and I'm so well versed in it now because I've worked with so many different kinds, but this picture right here, these are all the different personality kinds. And, and so it really breaks you down into the energy that you bring to your work that makes you really irresistible to other people. And this is critical for marketing.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, because
super interesting too for personal branding. Sorry to interrupt you there.
So amazing for personal branding.
Wow.
This is amazing for just knowing who you are and how you show up best. And it's howtofascinate.com. I love this. I cannot talk highly enough about it. But we took a look at her fascination profile. She sent it to me. And then we took a look at her clients and I said, of course you don't. It makes no sense for you to be there. It's against who you are. And your people aren't there looking for you. Don't believe the hype out there. Your marketing strategy has to be you. Now, this is the second book in her series called Fascinate. And it's basically, it builds on this, and then it talks about how you can build this into your brand. This might be a little more nerdy, like stuff for me.
Bring it on.
20 years in marketing, and I totally get turned on by this stuff. But I use this. I use the two of these to help people figure out what their electrifying messages. And
that sounds awesome.
Yeah, and how to really bring that to their audience. So for some people, it's like the social media is amazing for them. For other people, they need to steer clear of that and they need to do other things. And, you know, I'm sure that you've seen it. I have a blog post that I wrote with 103 ways to get new clients now. In my 20 years of marketing, I have done all 103 ways. And I know who they work for and who they don't work for. And I think that if I could tell, you know, you and your people anything, it's really get to know yourself. Really get to know where you are feeling good, where you're in the flow, and where you show up best. That is a clue to what marketing is going to work best for you. And it doesn't matter what the cool flavor of the month is.
No, it doesn't.
It really doesn't.
And also, like how people say, like you have to do 500 different things and like be on all the platforms and all that. It's totally not. Like I'm all about like unconventional thinking too, and that's why I do a lot of brainstorming sessions in my brand academy. It's like really think outside of the box, and even like, you know, maybe a super crazy kind of approach is like much better for you. It can be something. Yeah, go ahead.
It's true. Well, and I want you to tell me what you are when you take it, because I have a feeling your innovation and passion. So
that resonates already.
I have a feeling that you're either the catalyst or the rock star. That's just my guess.
That sounds really, really flattering. I have to take the test now. Find out.
Tell me, and then it's true. I mean, from that you get clue. Especially me, because I've been so long in this, and you know, I went through coach school and stuff, so I know how to use these kinds of assessments and then apply them to your business. But knowing yourself and then knowing the people that you're trying to serve, and what are their fears? What is it that they're really trying to achieve? What's the problem you're trying to help them with? If you know those two things, you almost can't fail at your marketing.
Right. And if it's aligned with your passion and you're excited about it, then you just like pretty much just like a magnet and you're going to find them, right? Yeah, that is so cool. Thank you so much for sharing all these amazing inspirations, Michelle. So I'm going to transition to the last point in the call, which is to celebrate possibility, and like that we should all take a moment to really be proud of something that worked well for us this month. And it can be like something small that's really meaningful to you, or maybe you had a big success. It doesn't matter. Like a success is subjective. Like whatever you feel was something awesome for you this month. I want you to think of that for a moment, and I'm going to start, and then I'm actually going to invite everybody to quickly share that, and that, or for a moment, and to bring out a glass so we can all toast to each other, because I think that's important. Like girl power across. Hey, Ingrid. Whoops. Sorry. And I'm going to unmute Malin as well. But I'm going to start. So here we go. So everybody's unmuted. So here's one. So yesterday I was thinking, what am I going to say today? And I didn't really feel like I accomplished a lot. It's like this whole hustle mentality in my brain a lot again too. But I realized like, oh my gosh, I was interviewed for 4 podcasts this month. So,
awesome.
I know. So I'm excited about that. I'm like, this is actually really cool. And like, why the hell do I think I didn't do any work? So I'm like cheering to that with my coffee. Michelle, do you want to go next, or who wants to go next? Anybody can volunteer. Like, share something if you want, like that you're proud of that worked well. I know Ingrid is already smiling too. Like you looked like your first thing to say something.
Go.
Okay.
So Astrid knows this because we spoke the other day, but I have been really like digging deep and just working on myself, and through like more focused nutrition and exercise and meditating. I've been meditating for 10 minutes a day. It has made like the world of a difference, and I just feel more clear and focused on, you know, what I'm doing every day. I'm more conscious of what I'm doing, how I'm spending my time, and I'm just, you know, it takes little steps and baby steps, and you can do it. Like you can get there. Absolutely. You have no idea what can happen in a month. Like just focus on what you need to do. Cause I was just like scatterbrained. I was just like, I had a constant like 20 to-do list every day. And I was just like, I just want to close that up because I don't really feel like doing it, not motivated. So, yeah, those are the things that I've been working on. If you're interested in meditating, my hairstylist actually told me about this app, and it was in March, and I finally opened it like 2 weeks ago. So it's called Headspace.
Oh, I have that too.
Yeah, it's awesome. You should use it.
I use it.
Good. Yeah, and yeah, that's just like what's happened for me. And then the next like week I have to manufacture a whole bunch of jewelry for a big show.
Yeah, cool.
But I can do it. I do it every year to myself. I'm like, okay, this week you're gonna make all your stuff. Okay, girl, let's go.
That's so awesome. I'm so excited for you, Ingrid. Do you have something to toast? Just water right now, right?
Yeah, just water.
Okay, that's fine.
Cheers.
No, I'm so excited when we recently talked, and like you shared this transformation, because I just remember like when we talked in January, you were like so overwhelmed, and you were like, I felt so bad for you. It was like, how can I help you, girl? She was just like, I have no time in my life, and my job is like overwhelming, and like, I'm so glad.
And now I'm going to work with the mindset like, you know, this is just like 8 hours and 15 minutes. I'm just going to get through it and try to enjoy it, because the minute you start regretting it, like I can't quit this job. I need it. And I just find like the more that you can enjoy it and just chill out and, you know, just appreciate what you have.
Yeah.
The better and easier it goes by. And then you get home and it's like, sweet, that was another shift. All right, what else can I do? You know, like you create the mindset that it's not that difficult. You just go and you do it and you try to enjoy it, and whatever.
Cool. That is so awesome. Like, and you focus on the positive too. I think that's something that Michelle said too, and that really helped me too when we had a coaching session with Michelle. Like, focus on the stuff you can control and look at the good stuff, and that empowers you also. And like, just gives you a totally different viewpoint. Like, your world looks different now, even though it's the same, right? That's a huge, awesome win. I'm super excited to hear that, Ingrid. Thanks for sharing. Melinda, did you want to share something as well? Where are you at in the world?
Yes, it's not my choice not to have a picture, but I didn't have the app to join the conversation, so
that's okay.
Figuring it out with passwords and stuff. So I mean, yeah, that's why I'm a bit anonymous. But I want to share that I wrote a pitch today for a radio documentary that I want to do, which is a follow-up of a documentary I made 21 years ago, which was about giving birth to a child with mental and physical handicaps, and what that did to the relationship to the father. Because in the first program, I was talking about, I was really scared about how are things going to turn out when he's grown up. Well, now he is grown up, and it's fine. And the father and I were divorced, but we're very good friends.
Wow.
So yeah, this was a difficult pitch to write. It's very personal.
Mm-hmm.
I started yesterday, and it turned out all wrong. But then I wrote it again. I rewrote it today. And I think it's fine. I mean, I'm proud of it. It's
cool.
Not funny. It's not sentimental, but it's very heartfelt, and it's funny as well as sad.
That sounds like you conquered something very personal that may have been like a big challenge to put out there.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, congratulations to that. I hope you have something to be proud of yourself as well. And even we can't see you toast, I'm raising my mug to you.
I'm raising the glass.
Yes. Where are you at in the world, Malin?
In Sweden.
Oh, so cool. So what's your business? I'm just curious. Like, what do you do?
Well, that's my weak point. I'm a journalist, a freelance journalist, and a photographer. I do web pages, graphic design, a bit of everything. I was trying to pull out of journalism, but I couldn't. So
she does really beautiful photography.
Oh, you know each other. Very cool. All right.
And websites too, but I saw some of her photos and they were absolutely enthralling.
Awesome. You should share the link with me, Malin, so I can put it along if you want.
Awful.
Give you a little.
It's just her placeholder. She'll have a nice one soon.
Yeah. That's super exciting. Michelle, do you like share one win from your month, something that you want to celebrate?
Just one?
Yeah, I love it.
So I'll say on the personal side, I'm super excited. We're taking the kids for 7 days to Disney World. So we booked our whole thing, and I'm really excited about that.
Yes.
And then, we're going to Orlando for 7 days. We're not going to be at Disney World for 7 days. I think that would be like, kill me now.
Yeah, you want to keep your sanity.
But on the business side, let's see. I did 17 calls with people about my course. And so that was really good. And 5 of them didn't want to talk to me about the course. They wanted to talk to me about hiring me. So
that works.
Wait, can you tell me about this first? And I don't have room for 5 more clients. So I was like, we'll have to talk about something else.
That's funny.
Then sign up for your course.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When it's done.
That's what it's for.
Yeah, two of them actually are pretty excited, but now I have to make it happen.
That's huge and that's awesome. Like, yeah, wow. I'm so proud of you, Michelle. And like, I realized like for my brand academy, I set myself this big goal of talking to 20 people this week, which I like totally ridiculous because as you said, you need to reach out to like 200 people or something to actually be able to get attention or like the time that people hear and see you, to make appointments. So I was like out of like my mind to dream that big. But yeah, so how many people did you have to reach out to get so many on the phone? Like about 200 actually?
No, I mean, I sent a couple emails to my email list, which is like around 5,000 people.
Yeah. So
and,
yeah,
and then, you know, the Facebook group, but I only reached out to a few people one-on-one.
Yeah, because you have your email list and you're following, like you're in a different position. I'm still like grassroots starting out, so I'm doing a lot more like one-on-one. Yeah, so that's super exciting. So everybody, like I'm gonna wrap it up because like I know Michelle's time is like super precious too, and you all as well. But I'm so excited that you ladies joined us like all the way from Sweden too, and Toronto, Canada as well. Ingrid,
I'm waving.
What's that?
She's waving.
I'm waving.
Oh, you're waving.
Her silhouette's waving at us.
Oh, that's awesome. So yes, and okay, so take a moment like to just like really enjoy the day or the evening and be proud of yourself. We all like did a great job, and it's good, and like I wish you a successful new month, and I hope to see you all in my Celebrate Possibility group on Facebook, because there I'll invite everybody to share one next goal for the next month, and then we can like at the end of the month we can kind of hook up together again and say like it worked or whatever, it didn't work, it doesn't matter, but just like to help you be accountable and move forward, and feel free to really actively use the group whenever you have a little success or when you feel stuck and you just like need a resource or something. It's really, I'm building this group to help you all succeed and stay empowered and inspired, and I'll be there for you. Oh, and then one last thing I wanted to mention as well, it's like if anybody who watches this isn't interested in getting more help and like getting unstuck and moving your business forward and like really taking your dream and making it happen, I'm just about to start my brand academy again. I'm going to share the link below in the blog post as well. So anybody who's interested, like use the link to book a call with me as soon as you see this, because I still have a few spots in my calendar to talk with you and to give you VIP access with like a super bonus package that you don't see anywhere online otherwise. And you can also take part in a prize draw. It's like every caller can win one seat for just $100. So I'm giving away one seat for that amazing opportunity. It's worth like $1,500. So okay, so that's it for today. I wish you all a super cool weekend and new month, and I hope to see you in my Facebook group. And Michelle, thank you again so much for joining the call with all your superpower savvy. I love it. You're amazing.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, bye everybody. See you again soon online. Bye.